I've been playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and it's pretty good, but there were a few things I wanted to talk about, a couple things on my mind.
How much do the skaters in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 actually make these days? Spoiler alert for later, it's not a lot. Let's talk about it. At its peak in the 2000s, the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater series was extraordinarily popular. It turned the real-world skaters in its character select screens into household names, and that was true whether you were immersed in skate culture or not. And those skaters were rewarded handsomely for their involvement. Featured skaters at the time reported earning paydays of hundreds of thousands of dollars just for appearing in the game, with Activision granting royalties worth hundreds of thousands of dollars a year more. And we know all of this because they were so blown away by the scale of this unexpected windfall that they're still talking about it on podcasts and interviews to this day.
Checks like that?
Six-figure checks that would come. Like,
They're just showing...
it wouldn't be like once a year. It'd be like,
multiple
times. Here's one. 2 weeks. There's another one. And then like, whoa, here's a big one.
Things are way bigger than you ever thought. And he handed me a check for $4 million.
Oh!
That happened.
The thing to understand is that this isn't merely a bit of a flex. This was life-changing money for people in what was and remains a street subculture. This isn't like when footballers show up in EAFC. There were no major teams or overarching national leagues to broker deals with. Activision dealt directly with the skaters or their representatives, and for the first time, skaters were paid like star athletes. But what are young skaters in new Tony Hawk games like Pro Skater 3 and 4 making today? The going rate for video game skaters in the current era is significantly lower than it once was. Why? Well, it's because the market for brand deals is pretty crowded in 2025. Several skate industry sources that ABC Gamer spoke to for this story on condition of anonymity suggest that THPS 3 and 4 skaters are now being paid essentially appearance fees, a fraction of what the original skaters made back in the day. Sources suggested that the current crop of skaters would be making more from shoe and energy drink and influencer deals than they would be from appearing in the biggest skateboarding video game series of all time. This isn't necessarily blowing the whistle on a particularly bad deal. Indeed, these kinds of modern rates and practices are fairly standard within the industry and are widely known.
I'm sure you got a little hefty paycheck from it too.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Until somebody in their company smartened up and were like, these guys will do it for like a flat fee of like 10 grand. They don't care.
Yeah. Right.
And they were right.
Skaters aren't making life-changing money from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater games anymore because Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 isn't a life-changing game. Does Activision know that? Yeah. Would it be using that information to its advantage? Of course. As a product, the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater remasters are pure nostalgia plays. They're games that were popular in a different era, aimed at millennial men in their 30s and 40s. The amount of money Activision will be expecting to recoup on projects like this will be significantly lower than what it made back in the day. And it will be budgeting every part of the production in line with those expectations, and that includes what it pays for talent.